There are infinite possibilities to how any scenario will play out, and although it is important to assess the possible positive outcomes of these scenarios, it is equally, if not more important, to study the least optimistic alternative. This is especially the case in accounting, when discussing the flexibility and numerous approaches accountants can use to derive a financial figure. Bad debt expense is the perfect example. Accountants are given flexibility to calculate a business's allowance for doubtful debt through three main approaches: percentage of sales approach, percentage of receivables approach, and the aging of receivables approach. Each of these approaches, however, generally provide different bad debt expenses and/or allowance for doubtful debts. Let's take a beloved and controversial TV show based on an arguably horrendous final season as an example: Game of Thrones. Let's say the Iron Bank of Bravos has a history with lending gold to the Starks of Winterfell and the Lannisters of Casterly Rock. Both houses have borrowed 1 million bars of gold in the last few years, and now war is upon us, the War of Five Kings. Obviously, both houses are going to be preoccupied, so paying their debts isn't really on the cards right now. So, the Iron Bank has to decide who they will support in this war. As you can see, lending to House Lannister during time of war will be extremely costly, and it has been calculated that over 20% of their receivables is deemed uncollectible by these two methods. Therefore, lending to House Lannister would present the least optimistic future when it is time to collect the debt. It looks like House Lannister doesn't pay their debts after all. Unfortunately, this is not how the War of Five Kings played out, but this should give an accurate example of why a business needs to take into account the least optimistic alternative. And it is, in fact, the most beneficial thing to do when discussing the future of a business.